Hello and welcome to FC26 Spin the Wheel series brought to you by me, Bevchenko. Today we should have games against Tottenham Hotspur, I believe that is away, a home game against Everton, and hopefully we could squeeze in a Europa League game away to Braga. But first we must spin the wheel to see how we've got to play Tottenham Hotspurs. If you don't know the rules of our Spin the Wheel series, essentially we spin a wheel for everything, for transfers, for matches, for managerial jobs, and it's up to the wheel to decide if we take the job, if we sell a player, and how we have to approach a game on a match day. Those rules can be found in the description below, so make sure you check it out, and whilst you're at it, hit that subscribe button. But first, the wheel. So how do we have to approach our game at Tottenham Hotspur? Well, according to the wheel, we have to change our entire starting 11. It's going to put us at a disadvantage for such an important game, but let's do it. So Evan Nilsson starts up front, Callum Hudson-Odoi and Brennan Johnson return to the wings, with Morgan Gibbs-White captaining the team in attacking midfield. Amugu and youngster McGowan take to central midfield, Omar Richards at left back, Zach Abbott at right back, he's actually a centre back, we don't have a backup right back at the moment, and Tyler Binden and Asensio make up the central partnership, with John Victor starting in goal. And Nottingham Forest in their, well, it's more like a grey, dark bluey purple colour kit today against Tottenham in their traditional white colours. Anderson puts a ball in, lovely ball in there as Forest start early. Yates wins it back. Anderson plays it through. In fact, our starting 11 has not changed for some reason. Why has that made a mess? We actually changed the team and it's reverted back to its original 11, which isn't ideal. Kulusevski's through. Great shot. So apologies for that. There's obviously some kind of bug going on there. As I read out the starting 11 to you, it was all good. Marcels to Asensio. Was Summerham in the right possession? Oh no, it's just Asensio that's changed. I think it was something to do with Moussa Niakate being injured. I was asked to swap out that one player from our bench, which changed the whole team back to normal again, which is quite frustrating. James Maddison, Memphis Depay, it's Pedro Porro, lays it to Maddison. Forest needs to get a result today. Great take by Raul Asensio. And some pace as the young Spaniard. Our only Spaniard at the club as well, may I add, as we try to keep things realistic with Nottingham Forest and focus on Brazilian, English and Republic of Ireland young talent. Speaking of young talent, Coutinho plays a lovely ball to Fofana. Cross comes in. The header is knocked away. Anderson wins it back. Looking for support by Fofana. Lays it all the way back to Jed Spence, who looks for Ryan Yates, finds Fofana in space. Needs that cross to come in, and he does. Handball, surely, referee. No, play on. Right foot by Fofana, but easily claimed by Vicario. Murato wins the ball, plays it to Dan N'Doye. Cross to Ryan Yates. Elliot Anderson, lovely ball there. Nice little dink over the top, but it's probably too much as Ramirez clears it. Anderson wins the second ball though. Malcolm. Big game from Malcolm is required. Fofana dinks another ball in. Vicario easily collects it again as he launches the ball out to Kulusevski. Carrasco to Bentancur. Memphis Depay looking to pull the strings. Antonio scoring there for Ipswich. Fofana cuts inside, looking for support, there is none. He's going to play it short to Malcolm, who plays it to Ryan Yates. Ryan Yates is about to pull the trigger and put a nice little through ball there for Malcolm, but well defended by Tottenham. Carrasco lays it back to Udogie. Ramirez loses the ball. Can Coutinho win something there? No, he doesn't. There's a bit of a chance wasted by Forest. Carrasco to Ramirez. Kulusevski. Great play by Tottenham. Making the most of these passes. Jed Spence should get back in time, but it's been dispossessed in there. And the ball's been given away by Dan N'Doye to Memphis on the edge of the box. Maddison. And that's surely offside. And the goal's been given. Forest are not happy about that. Yep, it looks like it was played onside by Morato. As Depay makes it 1-0 just before the break. Forest have got it all to do now. Coutinho's not winning a single header in this game today. Don't know why we keep pinging those balls through him. Elliot Anderson's playing well though. And there's a through ball to Coutinho if he can get it. No. Vicario collects, and that's the half. Forest trailing at the break. No changes for either team as we get the second half underway. Forest definitely going to have to do something. Udogie. Kulusevski. Back with Udogie. Playing nicely down this left-hand side. They have given the ball away quite a lot, Tottenham, though. Which has allowed Forest to counter. And there's another challenge by Jed Spence to win the ball. On ball, surely. Oh, we'll take the throw in. Dan N'Doye looks for a quick throw. He does a quick throw to Jed Spence. Needing a 1-2. He gets a lovely 1-2 there. Dan N'Doye brings it forward. Half chance. Pedro Porro's there. And Udogie picks up the loose ball. Crossfield ball to Pedro Porro. Kudus has not touched the ball today as Mohamed. Now he's twice in 10 seconds. As James Maddison looks to pull the strings down this right-hand side. Great ball. Mohamed Kudus using his blistering pace. Terrific little player. Pedro Porro, edge of the box. Got to be careful. Tottenham looking to do something here. Malcolm cuts in through and intercepts. Ball through, and surely that's offside, I think. Yeah, it is. Coutinho. A couple of seconds too late there. And Dylan Bakwa is going to get a run for Dan N'Doye here. So Brennan Johnson won't be taken to the field at the moment. In his preferred position. Tottenham this half playing some fantastic football. Forest cannot get the ball off them. But when they do, they start a great counter-attack. They're just got to make the most of it. And be aware that Coutinho is not the fully developed player yet. So he doesn't have that pace or physical ability. He needs the ball at his feet, really. Kulusevski. Bensko. Elliot Anderson actually got a toe on that to knock the ball away. Here Forest come now. As Jed Spence brings it down the line. Beats his man. Backwards on the run as well. Got to be careful here. Backwards offsides. Got to check his run. Cuts inside. Does Jed Spence play? Oh, and lost the ball. Kulusevski starts the counter. Bensko to Kulusevski again. Next up, Forest on the 5th of December is a home game against Everton. We'll definitely need to be taking 3 points from that one. If this doesn't go to plan, this will not help their hopes of Champions League football. Losing to a top 6 rival. Coutinho's won the ball here against. He's got no pace though. As Romero casually gets back to take the ball back off him. Forest needs to push up more. I think it's the only way Coutinho's going to get involved in this game. Memphis Depay. Got to wait for those substitution recommendations. Man City look like they've claimed victory today away at Ipswich. 3-1 now. Rodrigo scoring for them. Be careful. Mohamed lays a lovely ball, but Fofana was giving it away to Bensko on the edge of the box. Terrible. Got to be careful here. Just Spence picks up the loose ball from Matt Sells' initial save. And now Dylan Bakwa is on the run. And he has lost the ball as Udogie collects it, much to the big cheers from the Spurs faithful. Carrasco looks for a shot ball. Malcolm wins it. He's got to use his pace. He needs some support. There is no support. Udogie again. Not much is getting past him at the moment. So by Elliot Anderson to win, by Ryan Yates rather. We need support. We need support, boys. Down the line, Fofana. Oh, jeez. Fofana makes the wrong pass, and that's the end of the game. 1-0 Tottenham. That is a very disappointing result for Nottingham Forest, especially considering the handicap from the wheel didn't actually work. So Nottingham Forest versus Everton up next. And just to let you know, the Manchester United job has become available, but I'm not going to spin the wheel for it. I've got no interest in managing Manchester United at the moment. Ideally, I'd like to move out of the Premier League if it's during the season. We want to see it through with Forest if we stay in the Premier League. So we'll keep that job opportunity available. That final one we must do before the end of the season. But first, 16th place Everton visit the City Ground. How do we have to approach the game according to the wheel? So the Toffees visit the City Ground, and we must change our starting 11 again. So let's make sure it works this time. So we are going to play the starting 11 we were supposed to play against Tottenham. Those changes will stay in place for now. So McGowan, the youth prospect, gets the ball away with Evan Nilsson. City Ground looking fantastic. Brennan Johnson getting a rare start. And here is Zach Abbott, who's actually a centre-back, being forced to play right-back because we don't have any backup for Jed Spence. As O'Brien knocks the ball to Wanlu. Jacob, Jimmy Garner, former Forest loanee for 2 seasons. Gets hold of the ball. Armstrong, Garner, Wanlu. James Garner will look to dictate a lot of this from a defensive midfield position. Dwight McNeil to Barry Alcaraz. Nice little play by Everton. 16th place in the league, so Forest need to make sure they try and do something with this game. Frost comes in. Asensio with a big header out. Here's Morgan Gibbs-White. If Forest are going to do anything, they need this guy to be on form today, with essentially their second 11. Lovely ball across to Callum Hudson-Odoi. He'll look to beat his man and put a cross in. Evan Nilsson's got it though. Edge of the... Oh, that was a terrible ball. Should have laid it to McGowan. He's the wrong player. McNeil to Says. Brennan Johnson there, using his tactical know-how and pace to beat his man. Tarkovsky clears the ball. Amugu. Getting another rare start as well. Here's Morgan Gibbs-White, playing the captain today. Puts it out to Brennan Johnson, who looks to get a shot across, and he does. And I think that's saved by Dimitrevski. It is. So Gibbs-White on corner duties today. O'Brien wins that header. He's not going to lose many. He's the towering centre-back. Moglu to Brennan Johnson again. Another corner comes through. It's actually a goal kick, so that was terrible by Brennan Johnson, in fact. It was so bad, I thought it was a corner. Well won by Raul Asensio. Morgan Gibbs-White to Callum Hudson-Odoi. Looking for a run by Evan Nilsson. He's got one and he's scored. Arms are up. Here's the offside. The linesman has flagged. That's a great finish as well. Let's see that one again. Oh, it's just offside. It's a knee. Great finish. Everton get the ball back underway. James Garner looks to progress. Tyler Diblin, first time he's touched the ball today. Highly rated England prospect. Barry Alcaraz playing a 1-2. James Garner again, who's lost the ball to Callum Hudson-Odoi. Need Evan Nilsson to... Oh, he's giving the ball away as well, as Armstrong steps up and wins it. Says to McNeil, Forest need to get a positive result today. I don't think a draw would be good enough. That Tottenham result was devastating for our hopes. They're the games you have to be winning. And we normally do well against those top 6 teams. It's normally lower part of the league teams that we struggle against. Brennan Johnson down his line. He's got his man tracking him. Says he's tracking him. Cross comes in. Takes a touch as Callum Hudson-Odoi on his right. Blasted that. Tyler Diblin picks up the ricocheted shot. O'Brien and Garner. I'll be careful, Everton, playing it around in those tight areas, and they've given the ball away again as Omar Richards moves forward with the ball this time. Lays it to Evan Nilsson. He needs that support. He needs Morgan Gibbs-White to make a run. No one's making a run. Brennan Johnson's stood in a half-decent position, but he's lost the ball to Says as Everton get all their players back. Got to be quicker, Forrest. Zach Abbott fouled there as he won the header. Oh, Asensio. He's making a bit of a run, is Asensio. He's lost the ball. Gonna have to get back now. Zach Abbott's there, though, to cover, and he wins the ball. Zach Abbott, like a typical centre-back. Didn't have to do any running that time, which is his letdown in this right-back position. And there's the half, 0-0. Both teams have cancelled each other out well so far today. Alcaraz, Armstrong. Dwight McNeil, back to Armstrong again. McNeil's doing quite well there. Good little player is Dwight McNeil. Tyler Diblin's moved further in a more central position there. Don't know if that's on purpose or just at the moment, but they've lost out on the ball here. As Callum Hudson-Odoi makes a run down the wing. Evan Nilsson's in the box. Should be. Amagu gives it back to McGowan. But Callum Hudson-Odoi tries to play Amagu and loses out. Everton are just too solid defensively today. They're getting players back quickly. They're compact. Bindon handball. Referee said play on. Diblin loses out to Richards. Great play by Richards. There's a nice ball through to Callum Hudson-Odoi. Should have a bit of a pace against Sanchez. Gives it to Evan Nilsson, who cuts inside on his right foot. He has a crack, and it's blocked by the centre-back. Asensio wins the header. Gives it to Johnson, who gives it to Callum Hudson-Odoi on the edge of the box, who lined up a shot. It wasn't to be. He's got it again now. Giving the ball away is Callum Hudson-Odoi. Armstrong brings it forward. Forrest, knowing time's running out, 30 to play. Tyler Diblin. He's definitely pushing in more centrally. Barry comes away with that ball somehow. Doing now that's possible, and Alcaraz has turned his man, and here's a chance for Barry. It's well saved. Tyler Diblin with the rebound. And there's no offside flag this time. The goal stands. So Malcolm's coming on the right wing this time. So essentially the Forest backup 11 now trail the wheel, causing problems. So O'Brien launches Evan Nilsson out of the way there. Gibbs-White doing a great job. Looking for some support. He's got it from McGowan. Gives it to Malcolm. Gives it back to Amagu. Has a shot. Beautiful finish off the post and in. And there's the equaliser. Amagu with his first goal for the club. An unwanted swap player, which the wheel made us take. Now he's finally got his first goal in his first game in the Premier League. He has played in the Cup before. So, great passing by Everton, if you look at those numbers just there. McGowan wins it back. Forrest could have a chance here. No, Morgan Gibbs-White gives it away. Quite rare for him to do. Forrest has got a chance here to get something out of this game now. Can they push on and get a win? That goal will do these backup players the world of good. Because they definitely don't deserve to lose. Probably a draw would be a fair result, but Forest need a win, really. What they definitely don't need is a defeat. Gibbs-White with a lovely ball to Malcolm. Evan Nilsson's got in the way there and blocked Malcolm on his run as they took the ball off each other. Interesting to see Malcolm in a right wing position. He's definitely got the pace to do it. And Amagu again. Plays a lovely ball to Evan Nilsson. He can't get his shot away. Or can he? No. It's deflected back. Well, Sensor wins the ball. 1 minute to go. Morgan gives White, lines it up. Great side by Dimitrievski. Lovely effort. And that should be the whistle, I think. That was the last chance of the game, and it was. A point against Everton. It's not ideal. As boos ring out around the City ground, but if we're not allowed to play our starting 11, what can we do? We do have time for that away trip to Braga. How do we have to approach the game according to the wheel? So Braga doing pretty well. I know, 16th. They're doing better than Nottingham Forest, that's for certain. And we have to promote a youth player and start him in our team. Let's see who we can pick. Looks like we're going to promote Ian King, a right back from the Republic of Ireland. He's great on his weak foot, and he's 17. So let's promote him. We need backup at right back. He's not ideal, but let's give him a crack. So we get our main 11 against Braga, but Jed Spence has to be dropped as per the rules of the wheel as Ian King makes his debut at right back. Raul Asensio also keeps his place in the starting 11 at the expense of the injured Musa Niakate, who has been out for 4 games. Ryan Yates. Elliot Anderson. It's great to get Anderson back. We need that combative defensive midfield role as Fofana picks up a ball from Coutinho, who looks to make a run into the area. And that's headed away. One ball up. Forest could get a lot of ball today, I think. And there's first touch by King in Forest colours. Doesn't disappoint as he wins the ball and gives it to Malcolm. There's a lovely through ball, but Teze intercepts it from Elliot Anderson. Great idea. Navarro to Salai. Plenty of pace on Salai. Has done his man. He's in the box. Horta puts it wide. Braga could have done better there. Great bit of work down the right by Salai. Raul Asensio gets underway. King on the ball there. He's a nice steady ball to Dan and Doy. He gives the ball to Malcolm. He looks to bring it forward. He's lost the ball. Some noisy fans at Braga. Asensio wins the ball again. Ryan Yates plays it to Fofana. Gives it to Coutinho. Plays a ball to Malcolm, but it's blocked again. Forest asking questions and knocking on the door here. Can they unlock the door? That's a terrible ball. Goes out for a goal kick. I'm not sure what Braga were trying to do there. Matt Sells to Morato. Forest needs to start getting some wins in the Europa League. If we find ourselves in 27th, whatever it was, it's not good enough. We've been very unlucky, to be fair. And some controversial decisions go against us in terms of VAR. Gabri Mitz to Mawini. Plays it across to Gorby. Horta again. Can't get hold of the ball here. And Salai's through again. Great block by Morato. Fofana gets it away. Down the line, using his pace. Horta, the captain, is following. Malcolm's asking for a ball. Jumps up for the header and is just beaten by the centre-back there. It was a great run. Great cross as well. Navarro plays the ball to Gabri. Forest need to get a clear-cut chance, I think. If we can get one clear-cut chance, I think we'll get a goal. But when and who and how that happens remains to be seen. Because Navarro is just giving the ball away here. This could be an opportunity. As Fofana picks up that ball on this left-hand side as usual. It's a terrible ball, and Vita kicks that up from as he judges Malcolm's run. Navarro loses again. Oh, nice. Gets hold of a bit of strength this time from Navarro. Nice to see. Niakate. Different Niakate. It's not our Musa, who is currently injured. Salai. Salai's looked really good today. Actually don't know much about him. If you know much about Salai, let us know in the comments. Great play by Forest. Here's King. On his debut, loses the ball. Navarro picks it up and plays it out wide. I've cut across here. Is Asensio, and he does, that's fine. Wins the header, does Murato, and Ryan Yates picks it up. Dan and Doy now on his toes. Gets a move on. That's onside, referee. Flag stays down. It's perfect run by Luis Enrique Coutinho. And his shot is blocked. What a challenge. What a challenge on Coutinho. Out of nowhere. Beat the line and somehow the player got back. Just as we're about to shoot. And I was very confident that was going in the back of the net. With his current form anyway. Doesn't miss many. Malcolm. Edge of the box. Needs some help. He's got it in Elliot Anderson if he can get away here. No, it was blocked. Vita gets it. Lovely pass by Vita to send Horta away, who gives it to Navarro. And Navarro continues to give the ball away as usual. Oh, and tries to put a ball through to Malcolm. Probably should have tried to chip that, really. Ryan Yates gives it to Dan and Doy. Gives it to Malcolm once more. Lovely ball to Malcolm. Coutinho gives it back to Dan and Doy, and the ball... Oh, he's offside. He's about to square it to Malcolm for a tap-in. Coutinho's coming off now. Evan Nilsson's coming on. 16-year-old. Done a lot of running today. Nothing to show for it. Muane. Vita. Salai. Horta again. Horta's been quite impressive as well. Ryan Yates, though, wins the ball. Mr. Nottingham Forest. Dan and Doy. Lovely ball through, and Evan Nilsson with a header, but there's no power on it. As Belarus picks up the ball for his first job of the day. Gabri. Navarro. King wins it well. And he's giving it away now as the youth prospect on his debut. Malcolm gives it to Elliot Anderson. Pings it to Fofana, who brings it down the line. Where's the support, though? Where's the support gone? Elliot Anderson's here. Elliot Anderson's definitely here, and he's having a crack. A lot of power on that, as Belarus can only parry it forward. He wins the ball. As Mouini picks it up. As Elliot Anderson chases. Gorby. Elliot Anderson out of position here. He's probably going to be a bit tired as well. Navarro loses it for the millionth time today. Whoa, Fofana so close. Teze has been fantastic. They've all done really well of Braga. Very impressed with them. Dink over the top's too much. Belarus should pick that with ease, and he does. As Braga look to push on. 15 minutes remain. Gabri down the line. Cruyff turn there. Horta on the ball. Back to Gabri. Looking good. This play by Braga. Have to be careful, Forest. Navarro's through here. Great shot. But cleared by Mauro Jr. as Fofana picks it up. It was a very good play by Braga. Forest struggled to beat Braga last time out as well, if I remember correctly. But they don't struggle right now, as Evan Nilsson scores with 11 minutes to go. Beautiful passing by Nottingham Forest. His second goal of the competition in only his third appearance. Lovely to turn the right way. If he turned the other way, he definitely would have got blocked. And the Forest fans sing loud and proud now. The small contingency that's made this trip, this 2-hour trip. Mouini. And Asensio picks it up. King is giving it away. Mouini. Ball comes in. Elliot Anderson heads it away. Great defensive play by Forest. Evan Nilsson taking it to the corner with 5 minutes to go. There's no support for him, so he has to do that. This would be a big win for Forest, this, if we can get it against Braga. Gabri. It's Gorby. Braga have had a couple of chances of their own, though. And this man can definitely make something happen. Teze. Ball over the top. Offside, thank goodness for that one. Minute to go. And Callum Hudson-Odoi will come on for Fofana. And Navarro, that's last of Navarro's action today. He's been terrible, to say the least. I've definitely not rated his performance. And that is a win for Nottingham Forest. And that is all for today's episode. So join us for tomorrow's episode as we take on Ipswich back in the Premier League. If you've enjoyed the content today, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss an episode. Also, would really appreciate a like on the video to boost the algorithm. Until next time, cheers.